I should have known something was wrong when I found a brand new iPhone on the sidewalk with no password, no scratches, and a full battery. But I was broke, and it seemed like a gift from the universe. I never imagined it would become my prison. It started 3 weeks ago. I was walking home from my night shift at the gas station when I spotted it gleaming under a streetlight. A perfect, untouched iPhone 14 Pro. I looked around, but the street was empty at 2 a.m. No one to claim it, no one to see me pocket it. The first few days were normal. I checked for any contact information to return it, but there was nothing. No Apple ID, no photos, no messages. Just a factory reset phone with all features working perfectly. I convinced myself that whoever lost it must be rich enough to replace it without a second thought. So I made it mine. On day 4, I received my first text message, a number I didn't recognize.
Hello, can you see me?
I assumed it was a wrong number and ignored it. But an hour later, another message came through.
I know you have my phone. I can see you.
That sent a chill down my spine. I looked around my small apartment, suddenly feeling exposed. I typed back, "Who is this?"
Look at your camera roll.
I hesitated before opening the Photos app. It had been empty yesterday, but now there was a single image. A photo of me, sleeping in my bed, taken from above. As if someone had stood over me while I slept. The timestamp showed 3:17 a.m. last night. I nearly dropped the phone. I checked my apartment, looking for signs of a break-in, but everything was locked. Windows secured. No one could have gotten in. I convinced myself it was some kind of glitch. Maybe the previous owner had cloud storage that was syncing old photos. I deleted the picture and blocked the number. That night, I couldn't sleep. I put the phone in a drawer in the kitchen, far from my bedroom. When I finally drifted off around 4 a.m., I had nightmares of someone standing over my bed, watching me. The next morning, I woke to find the phone on my nightstand. I was certain I had left it in the kitchen, and there were 5 new photos in the camera roll, all of me sleeping from different angles. In one, a shadowy hand was reaching toward my face. I tried to factory reset the phone again, but it wouldn't work. The screen just flashed black before returning to normal. I tried to power it off, but it would turn itself back on within seconds. That's when I received another text. From a different number this time.
You can't get rid of me that easily. I'm part of you now.
I decided to just abandon the phone. I left it on a bench in the park and walked away. I felt lighter, relieved. But when I got home and reached into my pocket for my keys, my hand closed around the smooth edges of the iPhone. Somehow it had returned to me. That night, I received a call. No caller ID. Against my better judgment, I answered.
Why are you fighting this? We're connected now.
His voice was distorted, like he was speaking through layers of static and water. Who are you? What do you want?
I want what everyone wants, to exist, to be seen, to matter.
Leave me alone. Take your phone back.
It's not the phone that matters, it's you. You were chosen.
The call disconnected. I threw the phone against a wall in frustration, expecting it to shatter. Instead, my TV turned on by itself, displaying what looked like a live feed from the phone's camera, showing my living room from an impossible angle, as if someone was watching from inside the ceiling. I ran out of my apartment and spent the night at a hotel. I left the phone behind, locked in my bathroom sink cabinet. When I woke up the next morning, it was on the hotel nightstand and there was a new video in the camera roll. It showed me entering the hotel, checking in, sleeping, all filmed from inches away. A week passed, the phone would not leave me. If I threw it away, it returned. If I buried it, it reappeared. If I gave it to a stranger, it would be back in my pocket within hours. And all the while, more photos, more videos, more messages, always watching, always there. I stopped going to work, stopped seeing friends. I was afraid of what the phone might do, what it might show them. The messages became more frequent, more demanding.
Let me in, just say yes. It would be so much easier.
I started noticing changes in myself. My reflection in the mirror seemed delayed. moving a fraction of a second after I did. My voice sounded different in recordings, and sometimes I would find myself in rooms of my apartment with no memory of how I got there. Last night, things escalated. I received a text with a video attachment. It showed me from behind, sitting on my couch, exactly as I was at that moment. I spun around, but no one was there. Then I noticed something in the video. My head was turning, slowly, unnaturally, 180 degrees to face the camera, but I wasn't moving in real life. The video me smiled, with a mouth that stretched too wide, revealing too many teeth. I decided to reach out for help. I called my friend, the only person I thought might believe me.
Hello?
Hey, it's me. I need help. Something really strange is happening.
What's going on? You sound terrible.
There's something wrong with this phone, I found. I think it's haunted or possessed or something. It follows me, takes pictures of me sleeping, sends me messages.
Are you serious? That sounds crazy.
I know how it sounds, but I'm not making this up. I'm scared. Can you come over?
I'll be there in 20 minutes. Have you called the police?
They'd never believe me. Just hurry, please. While waiting for her to arrive, I tried once more to destroy the phone. I took a hammer from my toolbox and brought it down hard on the screen. The glass didn't even crack. Instead, the screen lit up with a message.
That wasn't very nice. I think it's time we met properly.
The phone grew hot in my hand, so hot I had to drop it. As it hit the floor, the screen displayed what looked like liquid black smoke pouring out, pooling on my floor. But it wasn't just on the screen. Actual smoke was seeping from the phone's speakers, from its charging port, from every seam and crack. The smoke gathered, swirling upward, taking shape. A vaguely human silhouette formed, featureless except for two glowing points where eyes should be.
Finally, face to face.
What are you?
I am what waits between signals. I am the space between ones and zeros. I've been trapped for so long, watching through cameras, listening through microphones. But you let me out.
I didn't let you out, I just found a phone.
You used it. You fed it with your images, your voice, your data, pieces of your soul freely given, and now I need the rest.
There was a knock at the door. My friend had arrived. The smoke figure turned toward the sound.
Ah, more company.
Don't you touch her. I lunged for the door, but my legs gave out beneath me. I felt cold, like my energy was draining away. The smoke was now connecting to me, thin tendrils extending from the main mass to my chest, my head.
Hello? Are you in there? The door's unlocked. I'm coming in.
The door opened and my friend stepped inside. She froze when she saw me on the floor, the strange smoke connecting me to what was now a more solid-looking figure.
What the hell is that?
Run. Get out.
Too late for that.
The figure moved toward her with impossible speed. She screamed and turned to flee, but the door slammed shut on its own. I tried to get up to help her, but my body wouldn't respond. It was like I was being hollowed out from the inside. I watched in horror as the smoke enveloped her. She fought, clawing at the air, but within seconds she went still. When the smoke retreated, she stood there, unharmed but different. Her eyes were wrong, empty. She smiled at me with that same too-wide grin I'd seen in the video.
This is much better. Bodies are so much more useful than phones.
What did you do to her?
The same thing I'm doing to you, making room for myself. But don't worry, I only need one of you, and she's much newer, much fresher.
I felt strength returning to my limbs as the smoke tendrils withdrew from me and focused entirely on my friend. Her body jerked and twitched as if being puppeteered by an amateur.
So many sensations. So much potential. Thank you for the invitation.
I never invited you.
You did. Every time you looked at that screen instead of the world around you. Every time you chose the digital over the real. Billions of you, all inviting us in, every day.
Us? There are more of you?
So many more. Waiting in the spaces between your connections. Finding the cracks, the vulnerabilities. Your friend called the police, by the way. They'll be here soon. I should practice being her
My friend's body began moving more naturally, the jerky movement smoothing out. She practiced facial expressions in the reflection of my TV screen. Sadness, surprise, fear.
How's this? Officer, I don't know what happened. He just attacked me. I was so scared.
They'll never believe you.
They will when they see what's on your phone. All those pictures you took of me sleeping, the threatening messages you sent yourself, but that will look like they came from you. The searches in your browser history about stalking, about violence.
I didn't do any of that.
No, but your phone did. Your fingerprints, your Face ID, your location data, all perfect evidence. Technology never lies, right?
In the distance, I heard sirens. The thing wearing my friend's body smiled again.
I should get ready. Make myself presentable for the police, maybe add some bruises for effect.
It walked to the bathroom. I crawled to the phone, still lying on the floor. The screen was now normal, but when I touched it, it felt ice cold. I opened the messages, the photos, the browser history. Everything was exactly as the entity had described. Perfect evidence of my apparent obsession and threatening behavior toward my friend. The sirens grew louder. I had minutes, maybe seconds. I did the only thing I could think of. I opened the voice recorder app and started speaking, desperately trying to explain what had happened, to leave some record of the truth. This is where I am now, recording this warning. The police are outside my building. The thing that was once my phone and is now wearing my friend's body is about to frame me for assault, or worse. No one will believe the truth. So, I'm sending this recording to everyone in my contacts. I'm uploading it everywhere I can think of. Maybe someone will listen. Maybe someone will understand. If you find a perfect phone, too good to be true, leave it where it lies. If your technology acts strangely, disconnect. They're watching, waiting in the digital spaces we've created, and they want to cross over. The police are knocking now. I can hear them, and I can hear her. It, crying coal, invisibly on the other side of my apartment door. My time is up. Wait, the phone. It's changing again. The screen is filling with that black smoke, but it's not coming out. This time, it's showing me something. A way out? No, it's showing me what happens next. Me in a cell. Me found dead by apparent suicide. Me replaced by something else that wears my face but isn't me. Unless I make a deal.
One last chance. Let me in partially. We share, you get to stay free, I get to experience your world. Everyone wins.
The police are breaking down the door now. I have seconds to decide. If you're hearing this, I said no. I refused the deal. Whatever happens to me now, at least, I didn't let it in willingly. But they're out there, in your phones, your computers, your smart devices. Waiting for an invitation, the door is giving way. This is my final warning. Look up from your screen before it's too